guys, welcome to WIKI VOX channel where the search for the truth begins. We now know the results of American presidential elections. Joe Biden is victorious. Do we have a result for the India-China border dispute? On 5th October, the 8th stage of peace talks happened. Why has India and China come to an agreement after 8 stages of peace talks? When we are having a peace talk with China, India is also engaged in a peace talk with Nepal. What are the details discussed in India-Nepal discussion? Germany has declared that it will be anti-China. What is the truth behind this decision? What is special about the Indian test artillery by DRDO? We have bought Rafale jet fighters from France. What are the 2 other agreements India is going to sign with France? Let's discuss in detail. When it comes to India-China border dispute, China has been provoking India and has been aggressive. So India cannot take China lightly now. India and America were engaged in a 2+2 agreement. After the agreements have been signed, Indian military received extreme cold weather clothing which were imported from America. India has given an order of 1 lakh armor for the Indian military. Within 1 or 2 years, we don't have to import these armor as we are trying to produce Indian-made armor suits. When our soldiers use these vests or armor, it will strengthen the Indian military. The Indian military has received advanced weaponry, says the media. This news should have reached China. China is also upgrading its army. So through upgrading our Indian military, we are definitely countering China. The next counter is the Malabar exercise. China didn't predict that India will include Australia into the Malabar exercise. India has invited Australia from November 3rd to November 6th of Malabar exercise were completed. In mid-November, phase 2 of Malabar exercise will be conducted. What will the exercise contain? The second phase exercise main objective is to determine the information which will be shared among the 4 countries. Through the 2+2 agreement, America's foreign minister and defense minister came to India. So through this meeting, India signed an agreement with America which is called Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement (BECA). Through BECA, America has shared satellite images and map of America with India. This map is not your average American map. It contains confidential information about America. These images will be shared with India. If China again provokes India, the American satellites will share information of the Chinese army movements and formations in the border. The next counter is 3 more Rafale jet fighters have been purchased by India from France. So totally 8 Rafale jet fighters are in service in the Indian Air Force. The first 5 jet fighters were stationary in another location before they were delivered to India. But the second batch of Rafale jet fighters arrived in India after flying non-stop for 8 hours. These 8 Rafale jet fighters will be equipped with air-to-surface precision-guided munitions. This agreement will be signed between India and France. Now we have to discuss the dealing of India and Germany, which is backfired on China. Germany has announced that it will send its warship to patrol the Indian Ocean. This patrol is against China. Why is Germany sending its warship? Germany is going to help India. Germany will stand united against China. So Germany has joined the #anti-China team. When world politics is happening, our Indian DRDO has been testing missile after missile. DRDO has tested an artillery rocket. This rocket is an advanced version of the Pinaka 1 rockets. What is this artillery rocket? The enhanced Pinaka rockets are multi-barrel rocket launcher systems. The rocket's targets will be pre-programmed. The MK-1 Pinaka rocket's range was 35 kilometers. The enhanced MK-1 Pinaka rockets have a range of 45 to 75 kilometers. These multi-barrel rockets have been imported from Russia and Israel, but these enhanced MK-1 Pinaka rockets are made in India. There are 2 important laboratories in India. The first one is the Armament Research and Development Establishment (ARDE). The other laboratory name is High Energy Material Research Laboratory (HEMRL). The design and R&D of these rockets were done in these 2 laboratories. So DRDO has successfully developed these rockets. This is advantage India. You may have a doubt. How many MK-1 Pinaka rockets does India have in its military? The Indian military has a reserve of 1.5 lakh rockets in its arsenal. This multi-barrel rocket system is an added advantage to the Indian military. When DRDO was testing its rockets, America has given another counter to China. America approved armed MQ-9B drones purchased by Taiwan. We do know that Trump will not continue his presidency, but Trump has made sure that the agreement will continue as America will have to sell these drones to Taiwan. So Joe Biden cannot cancel the order. China cannot do anything about this agreement. America also announced that it has approved plans for a $2.37 billion sale of Harpoon missile systems to Taiwan. These are anti-ship missiles. These missiles are designed to destroy warships. Taiwan is an island, so China can only invade Taiwan through Navy warships. So Taiwan wanted to give importance to missiles which are capable of destroying warships. America used this chance and signed the agreement. After this agreement said that China will face an equal reaction. China also said that Taiwan is not a separate country and it belongs to China. China's threats fell in deaf ears as America will give anti-ship missiles and MQ-9 drones. The MQ-9 drones will be fully armed and loaded. The MQ-9 drones are equipped with technology which will counter the Chinese technology. Now let's discuss Nepal. Indian Army Chief and Nepal's Prime Minister had a meeting. Our intelligence agency RAW secretary had gone to Nepal and had a meeting with the ruling party and opposing party leaders. These meetings created a stir in Nepal politics. But now our Indian Army Chief General MM Narveen visit Nepal and this has become a talk of the town in Nepal. There is a reason for these visits as the opposing party leader said that China has occupied 150 hectare land from Nepal. The Chinese are planning to annex or occupy 5 more villages from Nepal. This information came online and the social media was talking loudly about it. This could be the reason Nepal may turn against China. Many analysts say that the Nepal politicians may turn to India for support. This is the update on the India-China border dispute. There is one more to discuss. BRO, Border Road Organization. BRO builds roads, bridges and tunnels near the Indian border. BRO has given an announcement that they will complete projects which are supposed to end in 2025 which will be completed within 2023. They have said thanks to China for pushing BRO to complete the projects early. To complete these projects, BRO is recruiting workers. BRO is also working in another project which will take the Indian troops to the front lines very fast. So the proposed projects have been altered because of China. The important aspect in this video is the ship killers. Taiwan ship killers from America. Comments about this video are most welcome. Please do subscribe and share for more content to WIKI VOX, the voice of Tamil Pokkisham. Please give a like to this video and please hit the notification icon. Nandri, Vanakkam.